All right, we're all set up here. Just a few tools that we're going to use to inspect metal roofs. We're going to take a tape measure with, a measuring wheel, and then of course you need a camera to take pictures of what you find up there. So let's go take a look. All right, so we're just going to take a few pictures, especially if you're newer to doing these inspections. You're going to want to get these for your records. This is a standing seam commercial roof. It's a trapezoid roof panel. I like to get a measurement because some of them are 18 and some are 24 inch. This is a 24 inch. And then I'm also going to get a height measurement just in case we're going to add some insulation. We're going to do flute fillers on this if we were to do that. And then I'm also going to get good pictures of the panel itself. I'll carefully get some pictures of the very end of the panel just to show the crimp. So I always like to get a shot of the very end, the gutter hangers. And then we're just going to look for a few things. Right over here we have quite a bit of rust starting, so we're going to make sure and take some good pictures for the customer for a report. Just starting, but you know, fast forward 5 years, you're going to see some pinholes happening here in these rust spots. There's quite a bit more right here in this area. We're just going to grab some photos of it. Now this customer also mentioned that he has some problems with his gutters, so we'll go over here and you can see there's some gutter hangers that are messed up. Now he actually wants a quote for all new gutters. A lot of the seams are starting to loosen up, so they've been caulked and patched. So we're going to grab some good pictures of that. We're also going to inspect all the fasteners on the roof, or at least, you know, a roll on the top and bottom. We're just looking for any loose fasteners or maybe the washers dried out. Anything we can show the building owner that might need to be restored. So this gutter appears to be plugged, definitely needs some maintenance. We'll get a shot of that. Another weak point on these roofs is the caulking and just the patchwork around the protrusions often wears out long before the metal does. So we're going to go ahead and take some pictures of that and just show them, you know, you can see this has been patched fairly recently actually, and it's causing some ponding water and rusting. And look at that. I mean, it's wide open, so I'm going to try to get a picture of that. So we're just looking for anything that might need maintenance or restored. All right. We're also going to grab some pictures of the ridge cap because they're always different, and so we just want that for our records in case it's 6 months down the road before we sell the project. We can remember what material we need. And then yeah, we'll just walk probably the whole length of the roof. I'm going to grab my measuring wheel and grab a few measurements. And like I said, we're going to look for rust. We're going to check the fasteners. We're going to check the seams. This is a crimp seam, so they're usually pretty good. Check all the protrusions and put a report together. Check the gutters, check the trim. And we'll put a report together for this customer and give them some suggestions on restoring this roof and getting it under a warranty, turning it white for energy efficiency, and just getting rid of all of their headaches for them. Another thing we want to look for is fastener heads. We want to inspect the fasteners real well. If you look here, you have a fastener that's backing out pretty bad. And then on this side, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the fastener is actually completely missing. So there's probably a leak right there. If there isn't a leak now, it's going to be a leak sometime in the near future. So check the fasteners, take some good pictures for them. We're going to come back in here and probably put an oversized fastener in there for them when we restore this roof, and then put a caulking on top of it. So this customer actually has more of a gutter problem than a roof problem. There's definitely some things wrong with this roof that we could fix and restore. But I think a lot of their problems from the edge with the water control is coming from the gutters are failing, probably from an ice dam, possibly from just being old and not maintained. So there's probably full of dirt. And so we're going to go ahead and give them a quote to completely replace all the gutters on all the roof, the whole roof. So what we're going to do with this roof is we're going to come in and put down an acid etch called Rust Off. And we're going to pressure wash it with about 4,000 PSI. This is just going to get rid of all the grime and actually a little bit of the surface rust. We're going to take all that off. And then we're going to put down a primer over the whole roof next. It's called Encase. We'll put that down. That's going to stop any of the rust from coming back, and it's going to give us a nice tacky surface to start our restoration process on. Next, we're going to run a bead of caulk on all of these seams. These are crimp seams, and they do leak from time to time, especially where you get a driving rain or maybe an ice dam. And so we're going to go ahead and re-caulk all of the crimp seams on the whole roof up here as well. And then we'll go ahead and make sure all these fasteners are tight and in place. And then we're going to put a caulking on all of those. And then also, I'll just show you a quick protrusion down here. We're going to peel off any of this excess caulking on it. This silicone, we're going to peel that off, and then we'll put a fabric mesh on that. And then after that, once it's all prepped and waterproof, we're going to put a nice white coating over the entire roof so they can get under warranty, save a lot on their energy, and really get rid of all their headaches and their worries about their roof for a long time to come.